Sims, and we are back with more The Men of Yoshiwara, Kikuya, and I have to turn down my sound on my computer, because, good lord, it's deafening when you listen to the music on this. Okay, anyway, so, we just finished, Takao's route in the last part, and we were going to start Tokiwa's route. Technically, okay, this video is going to be weird, because I already started Tokiwa's route, and I recorded a couple parts, and then I just came in to record, and I'm like, what sub-story? Oh my god, guys. There's a Takao thing here. There's Takao Unspeakable in this, and then this White Day scenario, and there's all the... Bitch, I didn't even... So we're gonna do these, because I feel like we should do these after we do our main guys. So... I've already started Tokiwa's route. I've already done a couple parts, but we're gonna not see those until we do the Takao stuff. So it's gonna be awkward. So just bear with me, because there's gonna be a point when I get back to recording Tokiwa's, probably the third part in, and I'm gonna be like, so it's been a while since I played this because I recorded the Takao stuff. So, but like this, the Sakura of love that never withers. You prepare a surprise for Takao. Situation reminds you of sakura trees. We're gonna try to read all of them, and we'll see what we get through in this part. So. Like Sakura, courtesans bewitch people and flutter away. What do you get for Takao to cheer him up? I don't know if there's choices in this. It was a spring night when the cherry blossoms were lightly fluttering down. The sakura trees at Inari's shrine in Yoshiwara had started shedding their petals. Takao and I were alone. We watched the petals fall like snow, illuminated by the bonfire. The bewitching nighttime sakura reminded me of Takao. It felt like Takao, like those sakura petals, was fluttering prettily down. Oh, it felt like Takao, like those sakura petals, was fluttering prettily down. That makes more sense if I read it properly. I was like, what the fuck? Spacey's got to learn to read, but it's harder if you read a sentence and you're not speaking it out loud. You can read it with the inflection it needs, but when you're trying to read it out loud as you're going, it's weirder. It's like your brain, when you're reading silently, processes the tone faster than your voice can process the tone. So you're like, wait, what? Because you're speaking it instead of... It's just a weird timing thing. Anyway. Sakura blossoms bloom all at once, captivating the people, then fall gracefully in an instant. I can't do his voice right now. And don't you think that courtesans are much the same? Blooming out of season, then falling? Takao tried to say this heartily, but his face was dark. Was it just because it was dark out? Though hesitant, I timidly opened my mouth to speak up. You worry me when you say things like that. Hearing my anxious voice, Takao laughed cheerfully. His smile was carefree, but I felt like it was strong and manly too. You know, I love the sakura blossoms here, right? Yes. Every time I look at them, at these blossoms that can't leave Yoshiwara, I think about how they bewitch people and then flutter away. That's what a courtesan does. I hear the courtesan's resolve in Takao's words. So is this supposed to take place before we married him? I don't know. Takao is such a strong person. But when I think of the sakura that have their roots here, and Takao, who thinks himself like those blossoms that can't leave Yoshiwara, Takao, that's a little sad. It must be, because otherwise he wouldn't be so sad about not being able to leave, right? Besides, when it becomes spring again, the sakura will... It hurts to think about. Before I could continue, Takao placed his index finger on my lips. A courtesan's life is short. Getting the money to end your terms of service and leave. Only a handful of courtesans can do that. Oh, that's me. I'm sure you'll be one of those courtesans. And those who do have their freedom bought for them before they wither away. But I can never leave. Hey, you shouldn't say that. Can you say it isn't true? I didn't have the money to buy the freedom of a high-class courtesan like Takao. Seeing me hesitate, he laughed. Wouldn't it be great if even when I do fall away, I could be beautiful like the sakura? Takao was resigned to living his life as a courtesan. Like, you don't think you're going to be a beautiful old man? Because you probably will be. He was proud of the fact that he was the face of Yoshiwara. So, courtesans are like the sakura. Spacey, don't look so solemn. A courtesan that's like a sakura is really quite splendid. It's like he's talking about something. I'm really quite splendid. Be a little more conceited there, buddy. Takao lifted my chin with his finger. There wasn't a single hint of sadness on his face. but when he kissed me gently, I felt as though I touched on the melancholy deep in his heart. I've been looking for you, Takao. Hearing Iroha's voice from behind us, Takao and I jumped apart. Iroha looked at me and chuckled. Go back to Kikuya, please. Iroha, can't you see we're in the middle of something? Yes, I can see everything quite clearly. And now let's head back. Why do I have to go back? I want to spend a night with Spacey. Takao pulled me in by the waist and suddenly nibbled on my ear. Hey, Takao! Not in front of your boss, man. You have an appointment with the merchant's daughter who visited you last week. She's very kindly sent us a rather large, rare gift from the West. A large gift, huh? At this rate, my room's gonna become a storehouse. But they're all things... Oh, that's him. Oh, wait. But they're all things that will better your reputation as a courtesan. Let's go, Takao. That's gonna be hard. This is like... Because then it's like... It's not like... You know that he's sleeping with other ladies, but then all of a sudden he's like, come on, you got a girl to fuck. And it's like... That makes me feel awkward. I mean, you know, but like, still makes you feel awkward. Anyway. Iroha spoke while beckoning with his hand for Takao to come before turning his gaze towards me. He looked at me intensely, then seemed almost to smile. Was it a kind smile? Or was he evaluating how much I was worth? I couldn't tell. I'm sorry, Spacey, but don't let people like Iroha put you off. Please do come to our shop again. I will. I watched with gritted teeth as Takao left to entertain another customer. If only I had the money to buy Takao's freedom. Then Takao would no longer talk about himself falling away like the Sakura. My mother and Genemon were talking sadly outside of the store. I can't take a big Sakura tree that can't fit on a boat back to the mainland. Has something happened to the Sakura? Do you know that big restaurant at the end of the island? There's a big Sakura tree that might be cut down there. Oh, that's right. I heard a rumor that they were expanding the pond in the garden. Is that why? At the restaurant, the Red Ship, various kinds of Sakura trees grew around the large koi pond. That's right. Apparently one of their gorgeous Sakura trees are in the way. But how could they cut such a beautiful tree down? I thought of taking it myself, but I can't fit it on a boat. And plus this garden here... It's a shame, but I don't know how I'd fit such a big tree in a garden full of wooden boxes. We're gonna get him a fucking tree? Where the fuck is he gonna put it? He's like, my room is so fucking crowded. I bought you a tree. In my head, I saw Takao, the courtesan, beautifully in full bloom. At Inari's shrine, Takao had said that a beautiful courtesan was one who fell away in an instant. It was too sad. In my head, Takao and that Sakura tree about to be cut down merged into one. Mother, if it's the garden you're worried about, I'll clear up these boxes. Please save that tree. By evening, I had tidied the garden and finished preparing, so I decided to visit Yoshiwara. I could hear loud voices, applause, and music. It sounded like Kikuya was holding a big party. Well, well, is that you, Spacey? No, I just look like her. Takao's busy at the moment with that one girl, and she says she wants to have a party every day. I just want to give him something today. That's so sad. He's like, oh, he's busy with that other girl. Thanks for rubbing it in, Iroha. Why are you being a douche? Is that right? I wonder what it could be. But a gift is a gift. Takao's room is open. Right then. You can bring them in now. I called out to the movers that Genemon had arranged, who were waiting by the entrance. When Iroha saw my gift, his face went pale. As Iroha stood there in shock, I silently went to work for Takao. Though I was worried, I hoped that Takao would be happy when he came and saw my gift. Like, his room is somehow had you get a tree. After some time, when we had finished... I'm back, Spacey. Everyone seems so restless for some... Then Takao saw his room. He immediately fell silent and stood there dumbfounded. Sakura... So many of them. Did we take... Oh. Sakura branches had already been cut at the restaurant to save time when removing the tree. I'd collected branches and vases from the neighbors and then taken them to Kikuya. Oh my god. I was wondering, I'm like, I know it's not a tree, but like, did you bring like a bunch of fucking petals? He comes in and like, I covered your room in Sakura petals. How romantic. Instead of rose petals? I'm not saying that wouldn't be fucking romantic as shit. I'm over here like, yeah, girl, good job. But she got the branches and shit. That's still plus, that's like covering someone's room in, like, beautiful flowers. You know what? Oh, girl, good job. Good job. Anyway, he might think it's a little over the top, but I'm just saying, I wouldn't mind that. I mean, it depends. If it's someone like, oh my god, we just met last week and we've been on one date, and then all of a sudden they do that, you're like, the fuck? But, like, you know, we move fast in this, so. Was it wrong of me to bring them? I wanted you to see them before they withered. And this is amazing. Takao clapped his hands together. Still nervous, I timidly raised my face. The restaurant was about to cut down the sakura tree so they could expand their pond. How boorish to cut down a tree that bloomed so splendidly. They already cut it down. They've cut the branches, but the trunk and the roots are still there. A friend of mine called a gardener, and we've decided to grow the tree in our garden instead. My voice was emotional as Takao quietly entered his room, which was now like a sakura garden. Since its branches were cut, that sakura might not bloom next year, but someday it will. The gardener said that no matter how long it takes, it will one day bloom again. Spacey, is that why you've brought all those these blossoms here? To tell me that? I didn't look away from Takao's penetrating gaze, but my eyes started filling with tears. What you doing? I can hear you making noises. Oh, you happy, Munchin? You eating food? You eating seeds and stuff? I gathered the courage to say to Takao what I couldn't that day at Inari Shrine. Even if the flowers fall, when spring comes, they bloom again. I want you to be the same. Someone like me, who couldn't even afford to buy Takao's freedom, had no right to say such a thing. But I wanted him to know that even once his golden days were over, that wasn't the end. Takao put his arm around my shoulder, pulled me in and kissed my temple. He chuckled quietly and then beamed, his smile more beautiful than any sakura in full bloom. You really are kind. Takao pulled me in by the waist and sucked at my lower lip. Then, gently licking my ear, he whispered quietly, I feel so strange when I'm looking at you. Hey, you're not just kind, are you? Hey, you grasp your ideas, and you make them happen. Oh no, I'm not that ambitious. Blooming every spring, huh? I like it. Takao sat right in the middle of the sakura in order to face me. If, someday, I leave Yoshiwara, may I grow in your garden too? That sounds, okay, on one hand you're like, whoa, that sounds wildly inappropriate. But on the other hand, you know exactly what he means and you're like, oh my god, that's adorable. At first I was like, that's so sweet. That sounds a little dirty too, though. Like, he said this jokingly, but for some reason it didn't feel like a joke. If that's what you want, I would love for you to be with me. Takao's beautiful face drew close. When he stared at me like that, I felt a light deep inside me. In that case, shall I bloom there too? I'll bloom in all my glory to make you adore me. I was frozen under his gaze, and he whispered those words with his lips on mine. Takao leaned forward, supporting me with one arm as he pushed me down onto the tatami mats. But before that, shall we become one with the sakura and bloom with them? See, this is what I thought, see, when he was talking about, like, can I bloom in your garden? Now he's about to bloom in our garden. That's all I'm saying, is that's how inappropriate it sounded. At first you're like, can I bloom in your, you're like, that's so cute that he just wants to come and live with us. That's what he meant. Like, he was meant it, like, literally. And then you're, oh, that's so adorable. But then you're like, oh, bloom in my garden. Okay. Like, what he's about to do. And then that's where my thoughts went. So, I'm just a perv, apparently. But I think he meant it both ways. Takao started undressing me. Then, gently taking my hand, he sucked the back of it forcefully. It hurt, but it also felt good. When Takao pulled away, there was a mark where his lips had been. The mark of your kiss. It's red. It looks like a sakura petal, doesn't it? Shall I draw sakura petals all over your body? I mean, I wouldn't say no to that. Takao. On the soles of your feet, your ankles, your calves, your thighs. Like, he was just working his way up. Takao's lips glided over the top of my clothes and arrived by my feet. I shuddered reflexively. I want my pink blossoms to bloom all over your body. Takao's lips sucked at my legs. Okay, girl, we need to stop before we get in too deep with the... It was ticklish and hurt just a little. Felt like I was going numb. Please do not get into graphic details that I have to read. Stop. Takao's body rose above my legs, making me all the more flustered. Forcefully, he spread my legs and sucked at the most delicate of areas. Oh god, we are going there. Good god! Game! Okay, these after scenarios are the ones we needed to read if you wanted inappropriate shit. The tip of Takao's sharp tongue played with my inner thigh. I don't want to read this, guys. But please, Bubbling over with embarrassment at the feeling of Takao's moist tongue, I covered my face. And my blossoms are all over your body. They're gonna be, Jesus. Even if they fall away, I'll draw them on you again and again. Takao, remember this. And the only one who's allowed to let Sakura bloom on you is me. Can you promise me that? I nodded, my hands still covering my face. Takao sat up and seized my hands. Then he took them away from my face. I can't hear you. Promise me, Spacey. No one but me will make your flower bloom. Whoa! Dude! Innuendos! I promise. Good. Because you're mine. Takao and I belonged to each other for one night only, but his words promised more than that. It almost felt as though I was loved. Spacey, I'm gonna marry you. Oh! Takao announced that before kissing me. It was a rough kiss, unlike the sweet kisses he used to entice women to visit the quarters. A serious kiss, not from Takao the courtesan, but from Takao himself. When I kiss you, I feel like I could forget that I'm a courtesan. Takao slowly pulled away from me and took both my cheeks in his hands. I can't stop myself. Again, he displayed his manliness. That is not what they meant, but like my brain was like, Jesus, game. We're getting into like bodice ripper, like porn novel territory here. His manhood. Like, that's not what they meant, but then my brain was like, what the fuck? Oh, okay. Covering my mouth with his own and chasing my tongue. That's what they meant, but when you first read that, your brain is like, the hell? As he kissed me deeply, his hand moved to stroke the valley between my legs. Jesus Christ, I didn't want to read that. The mark that Takao had left there felt like a storm wind, scattering petals everywhere. It's a poetic way of saying it. The sakura of love that never withers. The end. Okay, thank God I didn't have to read more of that. But we have three more scenarios, so I don't know, we'll see. Unspeakable. After witnessing a happy wedding, hold on. Go back. After witnessing a happy wedding, Takao suddenly says you should have one too. You and Takao see a wedding, and after seeing how happy the bride looks, Takao says that you should do it too. Unspeakable. Takao, we can't do that here in the daytime. In this unpopular shrine, no one's here. Under the tree at the shrine we walked to, Takao suddenly embraced and kissed me. Our lips smacked every time our lips touched. The sound of love echoed through the quiet shrine. After what happened the last time, I mean, yeah. I know, it's just kissing, but still. See, you started to feel like you want it too, right? Hey, you like to kiss me, don't you? Even though he was asking, he was giving a face that said he already knew the answer. I can't beat Takao. I doubt there's a woman who feels annoyed to be pestered with kisses by the person they loved. Or I doubt there's any woman who would feel annoyed to be pestered with the kisses by the person they love. I like you, Spacey. Takao, when I closed my eyes and left my body in his hands, shring, shring, I faintly heard the sound of bells. What? What's that? When I searched for the origin of the sound, a man and a woman were walking about the shrine grounds. From the way they were dressed, it was easy to imagine what they were doing. It's a wedding ceremony. Yeah, I guess it is. What a beautiful bride. Wearing an all-white dress, accented by the deep red of her crimson lipstick, she smiled happily. Though I did not know their names, I felt a warmth that made us feel like we were guests. I wished them much happiness in their future. Pfft. You're smiling like you're the one having the ceremony. His giggle-like laughter reached me. Oh, did I really make a face like that? Yeah, a joyful face. It was just so heartwarming that to me, you're the one that's so heartwarming. Huh? No, never mind. All right, shall we have a ceremony? Huh? Why does it have to come to that? What do you mean, why? After seeing this scene, don't you want to do this now? Well, I guess I sort of want to, but... See? If that's the way it is, then we'll prepare immediately. Okay, so, this is... Okay, it's because he's not wearing his fancy robes. This is after he's no longer a courtesan. It's getting confusing. Like, I'll be back, Spacey. Huh? Well, wait a minute! Takao let go of my hand and left the shrine behind. Seeing our exchange, the bride and groom watched us pleasantly. For a few days, the conversations between Takao and I were always about the wedding ceremony. I think that it's really best to have the ceremony at a shrine near us. Yeah. And for our guests, it should only be those close to us, right? Yes, I'm fine with that. I still haven't caught up with Takao's thoughts as he makes decisions one after the other. I wonder why he suddenly said that we should have a ceremony. Was it because we saw the wedding ceremony at the shrine? If that's the only reason, then it doesn't really seem like Takao. You don't look too happy. Are you not interested in this? No, not at all. But, I was just wondering why this ceremony all of a sudden. When I saw how happy that couple looked at the shrine, I thought we should have a wedding ceremony. Don't you want to be dressed in all white? I don't know, it makes me look a little hippie. I'd like to see you like that. Your fascinating figure. He probably was imagining it as he looked at me, but from his eyes, I felt that he was happy. I'm happy that you'd think of me like that, but please don't expect too much of me. He's already seen you naked, girl, so... in a wedding dress. Look, you see everybody's flaws when you're naked. That's all I'm saying. What are you so afraid of? If it's you, you'll be the most beautiful bride in the world. That is exactly how your future husband should talk about you. Ugh. When he says it like that, I lose my confidence more and more. That is not how you should feel when someone that you love tells you those things. I'll give you a great ceremony. One that you'll never forget for the rest of your life. His smile was full of confidence. It seemed like something Takao would declare. I know I said this and that, but I really am happy. Those are Takao's feelings. I'll ask you again. Are you looking forward to holding the ceremony? Now that I know Takao's feelings, my answer had been decided. I'm looking forward to it. Great! Seeing me give my immediate answer, Takao smiled with satisfaction and gave a big nod. A few days later, someone from a kimono shop came to Kikuya to have me change into my wedding dress. After they did my makeup, the person reflecting in the mirror looked like a different person. Why would they go to Kikuya? I'm coming in, since he lives with you. Takao's voice was followed by the opening of the sliding door. Is that shock? Like good shock? Directly after our gazes met, Takao became frozen in his tracks, with his mouth agape in amazement. Do I look strange? No, not at all. You're very beautiful. You're far more dangerous than I imagined. Eek! I don't know why she's eeking. Smiling broadly, Takao suddenly and vigorously clung to me. Oh, that makes more sense. I'd expect nothing less of the woman that I've fallen for. You're as adorable and pretty as a doll. Takao, you flatter me too much. I'm not flattering you, I'm telling you the truth. I don't know why I can't do his voice, so I'm just giving him attitude and it's just not working. Like, I'm sorry, but I can't. My voice is like broken. I can't do his voice anymore. He says things that make me embarrassed so easily. I know I can get embarrassed, but I'm happy that I can make him this happy. Oh yeah, I have something that I wanted to give you. Huh? He placed something soft on my shoulders. It was a colorful wedding kimono with the image of a crane and a cherry tree on bright red cloth. It's a gift from me. This elaborate pattern, it must have been really expensive. I guess. I had an old kimono maker that I knew from my courtesan days make it. And that old man has been making kimonos since I was small, and so he said he'd be happy to make it. He cried. That guy's way too emotional. After this, there'll be lots of opportunities for that, right? It wouldn't be too much to have just one gorgeous kimono, would it? Takao, these are my feelings. Won't you accept them? Yes, thank you very much. I was drawn into the kimono and smiled. It would strongly increase my gorgeous appearance. It looks good on you. Takao's face, smiling with satisfaction, approached me. I wanted to accept him like that, but... No, I can't kiss you. He pressed into my chest until our lips were just about to touch, and then I turned my face away. Why? The crimson that I spent so much time putting on will come off. What? Why are you worried about something like that? I'll reapply it. He grabbed my chin and our lips overlapped. I wanted to touch him too. Once our lips touched, I didn't give a damn about my lipstick. Takao. Spacey. I just like how he's got his eyes closed, like that's supposed to be his kiss face. It's fucking weird, but during his intensely long kiss, which removed all my lipstick, Takao whispered in a low voice, "Girl, she needs a long-lasting liquid lipstick." So I was like, "It really was a good thing that I got this kimono for you. It's sexy." He softly bit my neck, and my body twitched in response to that wet sensation. I spent half the day trying to figure out which pattern would be the best. That much time? Yeah, but I had a fun time. Imagining your face as I examined the kimono. Takao, thank you so much. Feeling his love, my chest became hot, and then my thoughts became actions. I clung to Takao tightly. Silly. Once you do that, you won't be able to stop. With skilled hands, he pulled off my belt and my skin became exposed. Well, today is our big moment. Yep, not for this, though. It would be pretty cool to assure our mutual love just before. Takao brought his face to my bosom. Given where his mouth was, stimulation went through my body. No, don't, Takao! You'll wrinkle my kimono! It's all right, relax. I'll hold you so that your clothes don't get wrinkled. Well, dear God. You have other things to worry about, no? Huh? He stroked my thigh and my back bent backwards. He held my waist and rubbed me in my sensitive place. That sounds so weird. In my sensitive place. It's just... wow. Oh! I can't do that seriously. I had to do it awkwardly. Shh! Don't make such a filthy voice like that. And the priests are waiting next door. Startled, I covered my mouth with both hands. That's right. Hold on like that. Well then, I wonder how long you can hold on. He then grinned and made bold movements with his finger. Contrary to his words, he seemed to enjoy this situation wholeheartedly. Oh, no! I couldn't hold back my voice any longer. I shook my head from side to side and let out a whimper. You've really held up until this point. As if to say, here's your prize, he gave me a sweet kiss. I was so excited. After whispering in my ear, Takao stripped off my clothes. Let's have a wedding ceremony. This isn't a wedding ceremony. This is just like a short lead up to a sex scene. Oh my God. Oh God. Okay, I guess we should have put a disclaimer on this game to begin with that like, this is inappropriate, children. He gently laid me down on the tatami. Takao, are you? Yes, that's right. Immediately after opening my legs, a hot shock ran through my body. Dear God. So awkward. I can't do the sound effects. But I did not yell out because Takao's lips were fully covering mine. Ha! That's me. Ha! Takao! From now on, I'm gonna devour every noise you make. And then more awing. I can't do it, guys! So awkward! Countless waves of pleasure surged over me, and every time I yelled in a muffled voice. Beautiful. You're more beautiful than any luxurious kimono. Maybe it was because of all the excitement, but Takao wanted me with intense desire. I mean, I think we figured that one out. Hey, you're excited. You're exceptional. Wow, I can't. I can't. You're exceptional, especially when I'm holding you like this. Takao! Takao! She's like screaming, Takao! Sorry. Our rough breathing echoed throughout the room, our whispers resonating across the room. Excuse me, it's almost time to begin the ceremony. Immersed in the afterglow of our embrace, we heard a voice from the other side of the sliding doors. It was the priest from next door. Oh, we're coming. Yeah, oh God. Word choice. Oh, Spacey, just don't. Oh God, never. I don't have to. You know, you're thinking the same thing. I rushed to change, but it was a difficult task to put on the wedding dress by myself. I'll help you. Takao dressed me quickly. Thank you very much. Hey, your body is still hot. Are you ready for the ceremony? Yes, somehow. I was a little too intense. While fitting the kimono on my shoulders, Takao brought his lips to my cheeks. I'm fine. I also... Takao... You wanted to do it? I'm not saying it like that. I wanted to snuggle with you. Isn't that the same thing? Snuggling and fucking are not the same thing, dude. She didn't say snuggle with air quotes around it. As he raised his voice and laughed, Takao applied the crimson on my lips. All right, back to normal. Yes. Shall we go? He gently offered me his hand. Let's go. I put my hand on top of his big hand. Spacey, I'm gonna make you happy for the rest of your life. I mean, he certainly knows how in the bedroom anyway. Just before we left the room behind, Takao whispered in my ear in a gentle voice. I was so happy that I couldn't even speak out in reply. Hey now, it's still too early to cry. From now on, you'll be able to cry many tears of excitement. I nodded many times as he wiped away my tears. Takao gently, really gently, embraced my shoulders. Good lord. Okay, we might be able to finish them all. Valentine's Day scenario. Oh, God. Gonna have to read 2 more sex scenes, Jesus. When you go to give Takao chocolate, you find he already has a mountain of it. But what he doesn't have is you to fuck on top of that mountain of chocolate. Oh, that's gonna get messy. You try to give Takao chocolate, but find that he's already received a lot. How does he try and cheer you up? He has sex with us. There you go. We don't need to read this. That's what's gonna happen. So we're good, right? We can back out? No, I know we're not. Gallery? Wait a minute. I want to see some. That one, these ones didn't have a gallery. Does this one have a thing? All right, well, let's find out. Maybe it's longer. I want to get through all of them in the one part, but... Sure enough, there are a lot of parcels today. Despite the cold season, my mother had wiped away a thin layer of sweat from her forehead. As my mother said, more than the usual load of parcels were sent by boat from the mainland. What do you mean, sure enough? Oh, at your age you don't know about that. Huh? So at my age, everyone knows about it? Without much thought, I stopped working and gave a puzzled look. From that look, it seems that you really don't know. Yeah? Today is what's called Valentine's Day. Do they celebrate Valentine's Day in Japan? Well, like now, but like back in the day, did they? Like, you know what I mean? Back in this day and age? I don't know. It's a day when you give a gift to the man that you're pining for. Oh, that's what that is? And that's right. And it seems that most of the gifts are something from the mainland called chocolate. But I didn't expect you to be so out of touch with things. In other words, today is when everyone gives a gift to the person that they like. This is what happens when I don't keep up with things. Wait, then that means... Oh no! Mother, I gotta go! Go? Where to? Of course, That's all I could say before I cut myself short. When I did, my mother smiled at me. Well, I guess it's okay for today. Take this parcel with you. Huh? And there's chocolate inside. I firmly held the parcel that my mother gave to me. Thank you, Mother. I then rushed off, dashing along the road to Yoshiwara. Okay, so this is after our mom knows that we're boning him and that he's not our brother. Because she wouldn't let us see him before, right? You know? Because I ran as hard as I could to Kikuya, it would be great if I could meet him for a little. I was led to the room without an issue, and now is Takao with the satisfied look on his face. That doesn't make sense. However, what's wrong? You came all the way to Yoshiwara and you look so bothered. You still don't feel better even after seeing my face. It's not like I'm in a bad mood or anything. Hold on, the music is so loud. I gotta turn down a little bit. Okay. Oh, well, that's not a nice response. Since you're the top-selling courtesan at Kikuya, I want you to figure out what I'm feeling. At any rate, he has a mountain of gifts. In front of all that, the gift that I brought him looks like something I just had on hand. There's no way I can give it to him. I bet you there's a lot of really luxurious items inside the boxes of those gifts. If I had known about this day, I would have really prepared something with a lot of thought. All right. Why don't I try to guess what you're thinking? Huh? In front of me, Takao's usually bewitching smile blossomed beautifully. beautiful, bewitching smile blossomed beautifully. Wow. As always, his smile was seductive, yet masculine, and stole my heart. Perhaps she looked at my mountain of parcels and are feeling jealous. My face instantly flared up with heat. I had wanted him to guess. I felt embarrassed that it was so easy for him to guess correctly. Takao gave me his trademark laugh in front of my eyes. Hey, you're so cute when you're jealous. Oh, look, come here. Eek! Suddenly, he tugged at my waist to pull me in, and I fell into Takao's chest. His chest was warm and wide. Though he had a delicate body, his chest was certainly that of a man. My heart began to beat furiously. Who do you think I am? His low, alluring voice whispered into my ear. It seemed like he was enjoying my reaction. I'm Kikuya's #1 courtesan. It's only natural that I get this number of gifts. It would be a disgrace to the name of Takao-sama to have anything less. Yes, that's right. Instead of replying, Takao held my body tightly. The mixture of the good-smelling fragrance and Takao's aroma made me faint with stimulation. Sorry, I was like tripping on my cord. And just what will you give me? Wait. I'm assuming he's like, just what will you give to me, Takao-sama? He's talking about himself and wow, that's weird. Sounds awkward. Oh, well, if you act so modest, you'll lose out to the other women. What? Surprised, I abruptly raised my face. I crashed right into Takao's eyes and gaze. Takao narrowed his eyes and put a smile across his entire face. Tonight, there are heaps of women that want to buy me. Oh, no. Well, then, I wonder who I'll belong to tonight. No! Without much thought, I raised my voice. After that, I rushed to quiet myself. But it seemed like I said something quite bold. He is such a... He likes playing us so hard. No. Oh, I see. Takao was smiling joyfully. His eyes also shined with happiness. You're being mean. Mean? Yes, because you look like you're enjoying this. Because it's fun. Your reactions are so innocent, so I can't give up the chance to have some fun. Takao smiled innocently, just as if he really were a child. Like he was always having fun from the bottom of his heart, no matter the time or the place. If pointed in your direction, his smile would be enough to remove your anger. He breathed a small sigh and quickly brought his face in close to mine. He stared straight into my eyes, and it made my heart skip a beat. At close range, the more I looked at him, the more fiercely beautiful his face appeared. Takao quietly opened his mouth. Hey, you're gonna buy me tonight, right? Huh? If you don't buy me, I'll be alone tonight. What do you mean? You still don't understand. You're pretty brave to have me invite you here. Then Takao took my hand, and while doing this... Oh, we do get a CG with this one! He pressed my hand to his chest, which was slightly exposed. She has no eyeballs, but it's only because her hair is kind of in the way. He looks a little scary in this one, though. Like, super pointy chin, super pointy nose. Like, and the way he's looking at her is like a glare, like, I'll get you. It's like an evil warlock in some kind of game or something, I don't know. I could sense his strong pulse, and his chest felt hard, soft, and warm. Hard, soft, and warm. What? What? Did I read that wrong? You know what? I'm just gonna let it go. I clearly felt Takao's heartbeat from the palm of my hand. My face instantly grew hot, as if I'd come down with a fever. Takao. I left my body free for you tonight. My heart beat in large thumps. Including my heart. My entirety is yours tonight. And do you feel dissatisfied with that? Takao asked me as he stared straight at me with a fierce look. I shook my head furiously. And then I only belong to you tonight. And yet, you still want to put on that cute, jealous face. What should I answer with? Oh my god, I was like, do we have a choice in this? When my eyes darted around in confusion, Takao smiled gently. It feels so good to be liked by you. Because that part that your hand is touching, where my heart is, feels warm. Takao, what about you? Me too. That's what I wanted to say, but those words were stuck in my chest. Takao still didn't let go of my hand. Girl, answer him. At this rate, it feels as if my body would be overcome with a hot fever. My hand, Should you let go? Yes? Well, maybe next time I'll hug your body. Huh? His hand slipped away from mine, but at the same time, Takao smoothly ran his fingertips down my spine. Yeah! I was not literally. I'm a little tired. So. The enthusiasm is lost. Sorry. It's not anything against the game. I'm really tired, so yeah, okay. Oh, God. What's with that voice? You should cry out with a cuter voice. But, well, I guess your voice is cute any way you do it. It sounds like bells to my ears. Takao, like, that's fucking weird. Takao slowly stroked my back. Occasionally, the tip of his finger would run up to my nape, stimulating my skin. It was an itchy, strange feeling. Like, I don't think that's what he's going for. I couldn't help but feel embarrassed, but I wanted this to continue. Such a strange and happy feeling. I'm glad that you came. Takao? Hearing a voice that sounded a little weaker and sadder than usual, I raised my face and saw Takao. Takao gave a brief smile. And the conversation before was not a joke or anything of the sort. I really think that I want to be husband and wife with you tonight. Oh, really? Do I look like I'm joking? No. I slowly shook my head left and right. How could I doubt this kind face? Spacey, tonight, let's stay up until morning. Oh, yeah. Can we leave it on that, though, without me having to read some of the inappropriateness? Because that makes me awkward. Well, how do you want to spend the day? Takao smiled. That alone was enough to give me the comfort to not need anything else. Ah. So, like, we can look at our gallery pick for a few minutes. If we don't have one in the next scenario, then this will be where we'll end it on this. But we'll look at it. We just looked at it quickly. Let's see. Do we have a, Ooh, we got a gallery with this one, too. So we get to stare at that one. And then we'll look at this one. And then we'll just pause on whichever one we like better, so... Wait, so, yeah, whoops, I meant to actually go to this episode. Oh, wait, no, crap. What kind of reward will Takao give you? Oh, because that comes after Valentine's Day. That's right. So, like, Valentine's Day in the West is like you give each other things, and then in Valentine's Day in Japan is like the girls give their boys shit, and then on White Days the boys give that. Feels like you have to impress the boys more in Japan. It's like, I have to make sure I do something really good so that he also does something even better back. Instead of like in American, it's like, well, you better fucking give me something nice, dude. I'm just saying. I don't like this setup because I always get screwed. I dated someone in college who bought himself a present on Valentine's Day. Like, I think that should have just been a sign. That was just a giant flag right there, and I was just stupid. No, I mean, he, like, done other things. I sent him on a freaking scavenger hunt for, like, little things all over my apartment and building, which was awesome, I thought. I don't know. I was, like, 21. What do I know? But no, like, he was friends with... Okay, he was friends with two guys that were dating two of my friends. So we're like group of friends, group of people dating, right? They went out to get like Valentine's Day gifts and stuff for their girlfriends. He went with them. They came back and were like, here, we got you all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, look what I bought for myself. And I was like, we're literally sitting in a room, 3 girls, 3 guys. They bought their girlfriend shit and you bought yourself a present. I was like, wow, it's the most embarrassing like, the fuck. So much so that I still remember this, because it's still like one of those, like, are you boys? Don't ever fucking do that shit. I don't know why men are watching this, but, girls, don't ever do that shit. But mostly guys don't, like, ow, dude! What the fuck? And I always like dating people for their birthdays, and I always do like a lot of stuff. Like, here, I got you presents, and I made you like a cake, and I made like these snacks, and I did all this stuff. And then now I'm always single on my birthday, and it's like, the fuck? Nah, I mean, I was like, not always, but it's like, it always ends up, but it's usually that way. You're like, I did a lot of shit for you on your birthday, and then you, because my birthday's coming up, so fuck me. Or like, you know, I wasn't really seeing someone at the time. It wasn't really like a thing like that, but it's like, okay, I got you birthday presents. You said you got me. I made sure I sent yours to you, but you never sent them to me. And then you painted up excuses, and I was like, whatever. So again, I get screwed. I'm always getting screwed, man. That's why I'm gonna die alone. Because it's easier. I won't disappoint myself. I disappoint myself all the time, but I'm used to it. Anyway, that was a long spiel, but... So, he's prepared your reward. A reward that only he could give. So now we're getting laid. That was the precursor, and this is the... That was the calm before... That was the little bit of... That was the tremor before the fucking earthquake. And the aftershocks. I don't even want to... I just... I'm gonna shut up. Carrying an item from home that I was tasked to deliver, I ducked into the Kikuya's entrance. The Kikuya's entrance. As soon as I did, I had a chance encounter with... Oh, it's you. Tokiwa-san, good afternoon. This is really good because we're going to transition to him after this. I've already started, but you know what I mean. For you, it hasn't. Good afternoon. I feel there's something strange going on. Huh? Why? It's not so often that I see a customer at Kikuya while the sun is still high in the sky. Yes, that's certainly true. Oh, yeah. And when it's this bright out, I can't do anything bad. Bad? I want to invite you in, but I just can't get into the mood. Under the sun, a decent gentleman of the night is ruined. Because men can't have sex during the day? It's nice to know that you're like, I'm a gentleman of the night. During the day, I'm just... This is when I sleep. Probably. I mean, that's okay. You don't need to invite me in. Playful as always, Tokiwa-san also put me into a puzzled state for the day. That's too bad. I so wanted to leave Takao with a vexing experience. Tokiwa-san smoothly said that statement with a smile. I love this little ho. Ho. Whore I was gonna ho. Just gonna go with ho. Why it's any different, but... Tokiwa-san, you're going to start a fight with Takao again. Fine with me. After saying that, Tokiwa-san cackled out loud. So, what did you come here for today? Oh, that's right. I was tasked to come here for a delivery. And that's it? Huh? Yes. Is it okay if I give it to you, Tokiwa-san? I don't think it matters. But don't you want to see Takao? Well, Just from Tokiwa-san saying that, I imagine seeing Takao and my cheeks became hot. It's frustrating, but I can't really contend with you two. You are who you are, and so you're going to act shy in this lovable way. Takao is Takao, and it seems that he likes you. Like? My face burned even hotter. You can't say that you didn't know that, right? I didn't know. I mean, Takao is an incredible courtesan and everything. What's wrong? Tokiwa-san stared at my face without hesitation. I feel like the volume keeps getting louder and louder. I keep turning it down, but it keeps getting louder and louder in my ear. And I'm like, my headset is all down all the way. My computer speakers are at 34, and I still feel like I'm going deaf. I don't know how it feels for you. I hope it's not that loud. Tokiwa-san stared at my face without hesitation. In this world, it's trick or be tricked and enjoy. Huh? It's normal to play with a love affair in Yoshiwara. How about enjoying yourself a little more? It certainly is as Tokiwa-san says. And there's no meaning to coming here if I don't enjoy myself. When I couldn't say anything in response, Tokiwa-san smiled at me with a friendly expression. But maybe Takao is the same. Yesterday on Valentine's Day, I think I received a load of gifts. But the only one that he took dearly was the gift from you. What? Overly surprised, I inadvertently let out a loud voice. Then I immediately shut myself up. And do you believe that? I want to believe it. And just then... Oh, what's all the commotion in front of the shop? Takao-san came out from the back. My eyes immediately met with Takao's, and the embarrassment made me instinctively avert my eyes. If it isn't Spacey, what are you doing here at a time like this? She came here on an errand from her house. What a hard worker. Oh? You should work hard too, Tokiwa. I am working. I was just now talking with this girl and raising the mood so that your job will go well, Takao. My work? I raised my head nervously and saw Takao had wrinkles carved into his brow. That's right. Well, you were talking about the Valentine's Day gift that this girl gave to you. Huh? Don't go saying such unnecessary things. Takao spoke in a frantic manner, which was rare. Like he's trying to be like, I'm not in love with her. Oh, he's trying to cover himself. That's sweet. Of course, he's in a very delicate position, but yet we pay them, and then they're, what are you going to do to seduce me? I gave you money. It's kind of sad. Wow. Unnecessary. What's unnecessary? I'm only talking about the chocolates you held onto so dearly, Takao. Takao glared at Tokiwa with a piercing look. Actually, it just said Tokiwa peered at Tokiwa with a piercing look, didn't it? Tokiwa glared at Tokiwa. I read it right, but that's... after I clicked, I was like, wait a minute. Just then, Tokiwa-san shook his body with an exaggerated gesture. I'm helping you out, you know. Don't make such a scary face. If you got nothing to do but make chit-chat, why don't you go work on your entertaining skills? Well, you're not being very honest, are you? If you're embarrassed, why don't you just say it? Embarrassed? Huh. What are you talking about? Anyone would be happy to receive a gift from the girl they've fallen for. And there's no reason to be so fussy about it like you are. Oh, I see. You're being defiant, are you? If I left alone, they would keep arguing on forever. So without thinking, I cut into the conversation. They both looked at me. And that's right. If Spacey is saying that you're in the way, Tokiwa. I believe that would be me saying I did not say that, but... Hey, you're saying it right? Because your eyes are talking like regular chatterboxes. Takao gently lifted my chin. Then Takao's face instantly came closer, and in response, my heartbeat went wild. Again today, and you stare at me intensely and with lovely eyes. Intently, and with those inviting, luscious eyes. Luscious, round, voluptuous eyes. Takao brought the corners of his lips up to a smile, making my body shudder intensely. Oh god. Because of that, I wanted to avert my eyes, but I was caught in his strong eyes and couldn't escape. Gotta get some afternoon delight. Yes, the pest will disappear now. A cute girl. If you get tired of Takao, I'll take care of you. Tokiwa! Alright. Tokiwa-san shrugged his shoulders and left towards the back of the shop. I can't do Takao's voice anymore. I can't even try. That guy just can't keep his hands to himself. And don't get caught up with that guy. What happened? When I laughed unintentionally, Takao looked at me curiously. You guys are funny. Is that so? Yes, and as long as it's not Tokiwa-san. Is it okay to be captured by Takao? Of course. Why? Because I'm the best match for you. My heart shook intensely yet again. Takao's speech and behavior always stimulated my heart. Oh yeah, what are you doing tonight? You? I mean, what? What do you mean? If you're free, I want to offer you my gratitude as soon as possible tonight. To say thanks for the chocolate. Man, all you gotta do is give a host some chocolate and you get boned. And money, you gotta pay for it, but... It's not the money, it's because he really liked the chocolate. In this case, it's because he really liked the chocolate, but in reality, it'd be because of the money, but... this is me again. Wow, they're really bad on this one with the names. Oh, that! No, you don't need to offer your gratitude for something as small as that. I don't think it's such a small thing. But I prepared it in a rush. Oh, well then, to say thanks for that day. I'll offer my gratitude to you for buying my Valentine's Day. Huh? I'll have a problem if you hold back anymore. If you want to be a cute girl, you should enjoy yourself more honestly. Oh, or could it be something else? Are you not pleased? No way! Well then, that's good. Takao laughed with a seemingly complacent look on his face. Wait for me. And today we could even do a little tea house entertainment. I'll come to get you during the Grand Courtesan's procession. Takao-san. Just as Takao said, after waiting while taking in some light entertainment in the tea house, it became clear that the people in the street had begun to make a commotion. I could hear screams and voices of exclamation. And the person who was at the center of those people was a gorgeous, beautiful, fascinating man who seemed not of the world. Oh my god. But his face looks so scary in that one too. Like, he's got a beautiful face, but then they made it scary in this. It should be a gorgeous fucking CG, but they kind of like Doesn't he look evil? Kind of evil, like... Oh. Kikuya's #1. No, Yoshiwara's #1 courtesan. Takao. Followed by many attendants and new gentlemen, he walked slowly with bravado under the cherry tree. Really looks like he's being carried. Oh, he's carrying an umbrella. He's holding a hand. It's just the angle. We're just so short. We're only up to his waist. Or we fell over with excitement. We were like, oh! Fainted. This beautiful man, who I saw when I first came to Yoshiwara, is now in front of my eyes. He appeared many times more beautiful than he did at that time. He appeared many times more gorgeous than he did at that time. Because, did that just literally repeat the same? He appeared many times more beautiful, if I remember. I was like, am I crazy? Anyway, because he's walking directly towards no one other than me. Because only I had been firmly caught by his eyes. So, I became even more captivated. Takao's eyes spoke to me and said that I would be his tonight. Takao, I've come for you, Spacey. Deep inside my chest, I felt hot with pain. I now belong to him. This person will love me now. I felt as if I was about to wake from an illusion. It's an illusion, Michael. But that's not right. That's why everyone falls madly in love with the men of Yoshiwara and consume their bodies. They risk everything to buy a dream. Oh, wasn't that a great courtesan's procession? His eyes, which emitted a beautiful life force, shot sharply through me. Yes, I'm certain that at this time I was also looking at Takao with a hot, watery gaze. Sexy. It was probably due to the tears in my eyes, but Takao's figure looked blurry. Sorry, that yawn came out, but it's really because my ear is scratchy. Because my throat is scratchy. As I tried to get a clear look at him, I gritted my teeth and extended my hands. Alright, so let's just go look at our gallery. Our beautiful photo. So let's just bask in this gloriousness for a few minutes. But, yeah, so that's our new, I don't know what part this is because I have to renumber the ones that I already recorded. But, yeah, so then tomorrow we'll be back with, not tomorrow, but the day after. You know what I mean. The next part we'll be back with Tokiwa because that's it. We didn't have to read naughty sex scenes. Oh, no, my God, that's not what I wanted to do. Crap. God damn it. I didn't mean to do that. Let's go back to title screen. Okay. Now let's go back. I wanted to go to the thing. I wasn't paying attention. I wanted to go to the gallery, but I was expecting... Okay, anyway. So, yeah. So we'll be back. We'll start Tokiwa's route. Not back with it, but in the next part. So, obviously, I already recorded 2 of his parts before I recorded this, so... You'll know when we get to the part, because I'll be like, so we took a little break to record Takao's after scenes, so I'll put it in the right order for you, but I recorded it completely out of order, but anyway. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up, and subscribe to see more.